standing and seated. So let's get going. Starting with some crossovers, opening the arms as far as we can, switching which hand is on top each time. We slowly get our body warm and ready to perform our activity today. Placing the hands on the back of the head, slight bend in the knee if you're standing. We're going to hinge forward at the hips and then back up. So keeping a relatively straight or neutral spine, extending from the tailbone through the top of the head, and then just hinging. And it's basically the same as we're seated. Exhale, so we bend over and inhale as we come back up. Try to really keep that flat back. Those elbows pointed out wide. Alright, arms released and coming to cactus arms. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale the elbows down. So you're going to keep those arms about even with the rest of your body. So you might be coming back a little bit further to help stretch the chest and the front of the shoulders. You really want to reach all the way up and down. Try to breathe with your movements, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale the arms up, exhale the arms down. Really listen to your body if you have some issues in your tissues, if you have some injuries. Only go to the point that works for you today. Try to push yourself, but in a way that feels good. Right, releasing the arms and moving into a standing march or seated march. Either one, both accomplishes the same thing. So if you're seated, you can increase the heart rate a little bit more by pumping the arms a little higher or possibly holding on to those dumbbells while you pump them up and down. And if you're standing and you would like to go a little bit higher with that knee, get it at least even with the hip, and maybe even higher, you could jog in place. Or if you're standing and you want to make it a little bit easier, just don't lift the knees quite so high. Now you may start to notice that it's getting a little bit more difficult to catch our breath, and that's good. That means our heart and lungs are having to feed that oxygen to our muscles, and that's what we want because that's how our heart and lungs get stronger. But always listen to your body, listen to how you feel, and remember to get water as often as you want it. So I recommend every 15 minutes or so. Lifting our hands up in the air, legs apart, bringing the elbow to knee, and then arms back out again. Now, if you are in a chair, you can always just twist, elbow down towards the knee. Just keep the knee with the elbow. Take your time. Try to fully elongate those arms, really reaching up, and then cross diagonally, helping us to work on our oblique muscles, back muscles as we straighten back up again. Taking our time. Remember, we can take breaks whenever we need to, including those water breaks. If you are standing, try to hold that knee up there just for a millisecond, just so that we're not falling down or stepping down. Reaching back out again. It's a no impact or low impact workout. A little bit more gentle to our joints. Jumping jacks, running. Still really good to get the heart rate up. Allowing the hands to come down and moving into our next option. So standing is a lunge position, so left foot back, right foot forward, bending the left knee in the direction of the ground. Okay? You do not have to go down as far as I do. It can just be a small little pulse and then come back up. Or as far down. You don't need to touch the knee to the ground. Let it hover just about an inch or so and press up. If you're seated, you're just going to lift the left leg and press the bottom of the foot straight out. So from the heel to your glute, where you're sitting on the chair, and then just pressing straight out towards the camera. Entire time, in the standing position, you're just lunging in place. Good. If you've had enough, you can come on up when you're ready, and then switch it on out to the other side. So make sure if you're sitting in the chair that your spine is nice and long. You can actually lean back using your hands there and bending the elbows slightly to get an isometric tricep exercise while you're kicking that right leg out. Notice in the lunge, in standing, my knee is not going out past the toes. It's going to be stacked right over my ankle or right over my foot, and that helps to protect the knee joint. Also, I'm dropping that back knee straight to the ground, not leaning forward. My torso is still perpendicular to the ground. Alright, when you've had enough of that, come on up. You can have some water or just grab those dumbbells. We're going to punch across the body. So whether you're seated or standing, now I, in the standing position, am getting a little squat and then punch across. That's optional. You can make it bigger or smaller if you do want to add that squat. It just adds more. Just being careful to control the hand before coming out, reaching the arm across, and if it's too much with your dumbbell, maybe you have a heavier weight dumbbell, this one may not be for you. Do it without any weight on there, just where I'm just punching across the body. Take a little time. And as you can see, in the standing position, I'm really dipping down because I want more of a workout. Good. Coming back to the center, we're going to start punching those dumbbells straight up. Kind of like right in front of where our forehead is. And shifting our weight side to side, bring the weight right back to the shoulder or the chest. And remember, going at a pace that works for you. You do not have to match my pace. You could go a little faster, you could go slower. What really matters is that you're working at a level that feels good for you. Good. Now we're coming into that cross. So in the standing position, I'm pivoting my leg out. Don't think too much about it. We'll do this again. My elbow is high, and I'm turning my hip and my shoulder with this movement. In the chair, really just bringing the elbow up and punching across. Remember, you can always do a combination. You can do a little seated, a little standing, go back and forth. All right. Coming to neutral again, bringing our chair in view for both of us. Sitting towards the end, lifting up the leg, kicking the foot out. So lift the knee up, and then kick the foot out. Pressing out away from the bottom of the chair, the seat like we did before, just lifting the knee up, kick out. Knee up, kick out. If you find that you don't have a whole lot of range of motion, be sure that you are sitting at the end of your seat and sitting up nice and tall. You can also lean back, again, with a little more emphasis on those triceps. You don't want to be resting on the chair. you want your abdominal muscles to be working as you're doing this knee up and kick out. But up to you how much you want to put into it. You can do the lean back for more ab work, or just sit towards that edge. Just maintain a neutral, long spine. Whatever you do, keep breathing. Keep listening to your body. Know that you're doing something good for it, even when it doesn't always feel like it. All right, well done. Let's go ahead and grab our dumbbells, bring them up to our shoulders. We're going to reach the arms up overhead as we kick one leg out if we're standing, or both legs out if we're seated. And these star kickouts. Lifting straight up and kicking out as big as we can. Both these look a little bit funny to me, so if you are laughing at me or laughing at yourself while you're doing this, great, because laughing is a wonderful abdominal workout, and it can be good cardio as well. Again, with the standing position, I'm doing a little squat and bringing the leg out to the side. You could do a deeper squat, and you could pick the legs up farther away from the body as you abduct the leg. And in seated, still engaging that core. You don't want to be leaning back on the seat back. You're using your stomach muscles to hold your body upright. Good. Let's go ahead and put those bottles off to the sides. Overlap our hands. Then I dream of genie position. Lifting up one leg. As we twist, lifting up the other. Twist into the same side of the leg that's being picked up. Your choice. How fast you want to do this, how high you pick that leg up. But we're looking to twist in towards the kick. Keep breathing. You got this. You can switch which arm is on top. Or you keep going. See how it feels. Try to keep those arms level with the shoulders. Now, as our shoulders start to get tired, those arms would have dipped down, but let's try to keep them up. Keep going, friends. Keep going. You've got this. Just keep breathing. It's all right, just keep pushing. This is the hardest little bit we'll be doing. And then after this exercise is done, we'll get into our stretches. So just keep breathing and keep going. You got this. Two, one, and rest. Great job. All right, everyone, to the seated position. Still sitting towards the edge of the seat. So we're going to cross our left ankle over our right knee with our right foot flat on the ground. Noticing our hip is where we're going to stretch. Inhale, and then exhale as we lean forward if that feels good today. Now you may feel the stretch in the hip just with the leg crossed over, and that's fine. You can sit up nice and tall and straight. But as you can see here, for a little bit deeper bend, a deeper hip stretch and glute stretch, leaning forward. This is also a seated pigeon. Good. Inhale up, and we switch the legs out. Right ankle over left knee, sitting up nice and tall first. And if that feels good, stay there. Or a little deeper stretch. Exhale as you fold over that crossed leg, keeping that spine nice and elongated. Backing off if you need to. It should feel like you're stretching and not painful. Good, let's go ahead and come up. Place our left hand on left hip or behind the lower back, depending
Good. Finger point.
Reaching with our right hand to grab the back of the elbow. Now, if we don't quite reach the elbow, we can grab onto the forearm a little bit lower than the elbow, just stretching the back of our shoulder.
Get a coffee. Get a coffee.